Stock market participants all have the same hopes and aspirations. Almost everyone aspires to achieve financial success, like the world's wealthiest investors, including Warren Buffett, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and Jeff Bezos. Long-term, everyone wants multi-baggers with stock returns of 5x, 10x, or 20x. In the stock market, like in any other area of your life, where you spend your time, patience, money, and so on, identifying such stocks or items is critical. However, this isn't something that everyone can do. So, we have compiled a list of investors and their share market codes, who have made it big in the Indian stock market. Let's get started. Top 10 Indian share market investors. 1. Radhakishan Damani. According to the business community, Mr. Radhakishan Damani is a wise investor in the Indian stock market, who's created a firm that's always working to better understand consumer requirements and provide them with the appropriate solutions. D-Mart was developed by Mr. Damani, a staunch believer in the foundations of business and strong ethical values, into an effective, big, and lucrative retail chain, which is widely appreciated by customers, partners, and workers alike. One of India's most successful and well-known value investors, Mr. Radhakishan Damani, was already well-known. He had a deep knowledge of the Indian consumer market and its psychology, thanks to his investment approach. 2. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. In addition to being known as India's Warren Buffett and the Big Bull, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was one of India's most renowned and helpful stock market analysts. Born to a salaried officer, Rakesh entered the stock market after graduating as a contractual bookkeeper. He traded shares. From a little investment of 5,000 rupees, he's already amassed a fortune of around 15,000 crore rupees in assets. Rare Enterprises provides the resources used by Mr. Jhunjhunwala. It was an amalgamation of his significant other's name and his own initials, so it was given that name. 3. Ramesh Damani. Investor expert Ramesh Damani, one of India's finest stock market financial professionals, started his wealth-building career when the Sensex was at 600 in the 1990s. Damani graduated from HR College in Mumbai with a bachelor's degree and went on to get a master's in business administration from California. Ramesh Damani Finance Private Limited is the company he presently interacts with. In 1989, Ramesh Damani, the son of a successful stock market analyst and investor, became a member of the Bombay Stock Exchange. Ramesh had planned a career as a stockbroker. Nevertheless, he became a long-term speculator when he started to enjoy selecting successful stocks. 4. Ramdeo Agrawal. The Indian Securities and Exchanges finance expert, Ramdeo Agrawal, is well known in the industry. He also has a lot of faith in the Motilal Oswal Group. In 1995, he pumped money into Hero Honda, a well-known Indian business with a market value of just 1,000 crore Indian rupees at the time. For 20 years, Ramdeo Agrawal held on to his 10 lakh rupees investment in the bike maker's shares at a price of 30 rupees per share, until the share price soared to 2,600 rupees per share. 5. Vijay Kedia. Mr. Vijay Kedia is an Indian financial expert who makes uncomplicated yet effective investments. He came from a family of stockbrokers and has a lifelong fascination with the financial market. When he was only 19, he started trading equities on the stock exchange for the first time. He made a lot of money in his early years of trading, but he subsequently had to deal with enormous losses. He then went out on his own, but this time he was a complete failure. After trading for just around 10 years, he realized he had nothing to show for his efforts and turned his attention to investing. Mr. Kedia discovered that he could make a contribution on his own, since finding out about investing was possible only via very rare channels. 6. Nemish Shah. Among other venture firms in India, Nemish Shah is a key backer of Enam. He's also one of the country's finest small-time financial investors. In many ways, Nemish Shah's approach to venture capital is similar to Warren Buffett's. He believes that investing in companies that make money through increasing usage is a sound strategy. Shah's stakes in Asahi India, a car glass manufacturer, have more than tripled in the last 3 years. If the return on capital employed is less than 9%, investing in the company is not justified. The most important factor is how the association plans to develop in the future. When marketers raise money all the time, the value diminishes. 7. Porinju Veliath. Indian stock market investor and retailer, Mr. Poranju Veliath, is exceptional. As a co-conspirator in his portfolio, he deals with the executive's company Equity Intelligence India Limited. Mr. Poranju Veliath was born on June 6, 1962, in Kerala. Because he was born into a low-income household, he started working at the age of 17, to help support his parents and siblings. He then relocated to Ernakulam, where he worked as a telephone administrator, for the Ernakulam phone trade while doing his LLB. Since he was a child, he had been fascinated by the stock market. As a result, after graduating, he went to Mumbai to pursue his passion. 8. Dolly Khanna. Dolly Khanna, whose portfolio value was estimated at more than 600 crore rupees in November 2017. Rajiv Khanna, who invests in Rain Industries Limited, on behalf of his better half Dolly, has seen a return of over 577% since 2017. There are also additional multi-baggers in Dolly Khanna's plan, including NOCIL Limited, and PPAP Automotive. 9. Ashish Kacholia. Another financial expert, renowned for his multi-bagger mid and small cap selections, Ashish Kacholia, showed his tenacity last year. NOCIL Limited is a typical company that Dolly Khanna has in his collection. NOCIL Limited, the world's largest manufacturer of elastic synthetic compounds, has had its 2017 offerings increase by an astounding 172%, as previously mentioned. 10. Chandrakant Sampath. Self-taught Sampath has spent decades honing his skill of evaluating business actions rather than what people anticipate from them. By then, it should be obvious that Sampath is one of the country's most experienced and well-respected financial experts. Sampath is concerned about the impact of monetary expansion on the world's finite normal assets. Conclusion. These are some of the finest stock market investors who have made it big in the Indian stock market. All these individuals have a diversified investment approach and have won accolades for it. You can get a lot of information about choosing the right stock to invest in by analyzing the portfolio of these investors.